It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
44, ready. Out!
Here's Swift to start the drive. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 3, kick. Get on!
Going one again with Swift. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
All right.
Staying grounded with Swift. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28.
Out!
Running behind center with Swift. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 2 and out from the gun. Gets him on the in route. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Go!
They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Kicking team on to try the PAT. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
There's a give up the middle. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. It's Steelers ball as we return for the 2nd, and they have to be thinking points here. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Throwing from the gun here. Forced out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Steelers finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Steelers start off well to tie things 7-7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's going to head out of bounds on the return. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Ready.
First down. Here's Swift. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They've got a man in motion. Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he gets him around 6 there. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll run now with Swift. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ready.
A handoff left for Swift. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Hey, 21 TX. Turbo 1, high.
Motioning the tight end now. From the gun on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Let's go. Solo left Zion. Set.
Tagovailoa on first down. Short pass brought in. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
This is Swift. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Corner, long.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And this is going to be out of bounds. Flags come in. That is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
All right, come on. Hey! 20, TX. Ready, set.
Out of the gun, Tungo Vailoa. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.